So I'll put you guys on the new hex map I made. I threw together the old one in like an hour or so, but this one is like, I think, more in the visual style of this campaign. So at the bottom we got the ruined tower. That's where you guys
did that
stayed.
pop up really small for anyone else?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little baby.
Okay. Okay.
It's a small little hex. Here's the island you guys saw at a distance. Looked to be made of
The one
like
that was,
mangroves.
hidden.
Yeah. And here's where you guys are currently. It's like this almost like a church that's covered in like kudzu vines. But yeah, before we jump into it, I'll start with our little prompt of the day here. So the question this time will be, what is your character's secret hatred? So what is a hatred that your character would not share with other people in the party?
It's a trick. Don't answer it.
They're gonna hear it.
So we'll start with Bakara. What's a hatred that Bakara has that he wouldn't super readily share with other people?
I mean, he's pretty open with a lot of the things he really doesn't like. But I guess things that he doesn't want, like, specifically known, are like his definitive hatred for like the specific people that tried to assassinate him, like the group of people, the organizers of that. 'Cause
Yeah.
displaying that is kind of like a revealing factor of like who he actually is, and I don't think he'd really want to like express that for fear of exposing himself.
Yeah, that makes sense. What about Lilyheart?
I don't know if it's quite on the level of hatred, but it might be. I feel like it's close to there, and I think it's definitely unreasonable that he feels this way, but I feel like he harbors a lot of resentment towards the people in his neighborhood that didn't join the revolution.
Yeah, against the Great Underground Disposal Company.
Yeah, in his mind, like they don't really like care about their neighborhood or the people's lives that were endangered. They'd rather just stay quiet in their own little world and just put up with whatever the company's shoving down their throats.
Yeah, Lilyheart's trying to stick it to the man. And what about Marcel?
I would say that I don't think this isn't something that he wouldn't share, but he definitely hates the people who are chasing him that like pushed him away from Jude Marcel's like antique store, because that was his home. That was where his like adoptive dad was, and he was forced to leave, and now he's just kind of wandering.
Yeah, totally makes sense. These like masked, nameless people that kept following him and
Yep.
pressuring him.
Yeah, and he's not quite sure if he wants to find out who they are yet, or if he's still like just trying to survive at this point. But now he's wrapped up here, so.
Awesome. And what about Devars Numeron?
Divorce has a great disdain, perhaps even hatred for the elite and noble class. Just because, I mean, he never had that. He never came. He didn't come from money at all. He was pretty poor for the most part. But what he definitely probably keeps more close to heart and more secret is the fact that someone who's like a father figure to him was the rich lord at the manor he butlered at. He was a very wealthy, rich man. He doesn't, like, he's the exception so it doesn't really make sense. But everyone else he has a dislike for, And he knows that makes him kind of a hypocrite, but it's kind of jealousy, so he doesn't really like to admit that he's, that he's jealous.
Yeah, it's gonna make the introduction of Arch Bombardier Morial that much more impactful. I think you guys have a lot of like anti-rich people sentiments in this party. Yeah, that's awesome. So yeah, last we left off, you guys had made it to this church. I actually mistakenly said it was of the same faith as the tower you guys ran into, but it's actually not. I'm gonna have to retcon that. It's actually another faith called the Faith of the Sovereign Mother. Not a huge deal at this time, but I will make that retcon.
The faith of the what? Sorry,
the Faith of the Sovereign Mother.
Sovereign Mother, okay.
Yeah, so there's a lot of like different religions that worship different saints across Bastion and like different countries near it. And the Church of the Sovereign Mother is like a syncretic one that tries to put the queen as a god-like figure, and all the saints are like below her. So
this is the church we're at, not the tower that we were in, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
But you guys had started to hack your way through this like underbrush when this creature emerged. This like human and panther corpse twisted and crushed together. And it's at this moment that it surfaces from beyond these kudzu vines and begins to pad its way towards you across the vines. It's a really strange creature. It in one of its human hands, it holds a palm frond that's sort of like obscuring one of its double faces, and its 4 unmatched eyes peer out from beneath separate leaves. It's this weird amalgamation of like the killer, the panther, with the killed, the human, the eater and the eaten, and they're both existing in this like ruinous dance. This is what this creature looks like.
Fucking Christ.
Ooh, gross.
Yeah, it's a gross
Where
one.
the fuck do you find these things now? And or how do you make these things?
So he makes them himself.
Yeah, there's actually an artist that like has definitely become my favorite for concept art, and I'll like combine different works that he's done into like one. But yeah, you can see in the art like it's holding up a palm frond right in front of its eye. And I'll have everybody roll dexterity saves to try to go before this creature. If you pass, you'll get to go first.
Oh, finally, a success. I don't think I've rolled a success in this
go.
campaign yet.
Let's go.
Okay, so everyone
Sorry,
but
Lilyheart.
Lilyheart will go. I'm gonna change the music real quick.
Oh.
So you look up and you see this thing that's like ambling towards you, but it actually has to cover so much space in the amount of time that it has to make it to you that you do have this moment where you guys can seize on this opportunity. We'll just start first with Marcel because you got the rollout first. What does Marcel do? I think you have 1 shot left in your pistol, right?
I have 1 shot left in my flintlock. Yeah. So
this
how
is
close
tense.
is it? I would say he doesn't really use firearms that much, and so he's probably waiting until it gets like closer if it's far away.
Yeah, I think Bakara said something about the whites of its eyes last time. Just trying to shoot
Okay, so it's
it.
close.
Yeah, it's I'd say it's probably like maybe 5-10 yards from you.
Yeah, that's good enough. I'll try to shoot it with my flintlock.
Alrighty. Yeah, why don't you roll damage for that?
I forget, is there a roll to hit in this game or no?
No, it's just straight damage.
Okay, and then the flintlock says D8. So that's just 1D8, right? There's no...
Yeah, so you can just roll 1d8.
That's pretty good.
Oh shit. you do see as you take this shot, and it echoes throughout this otherwise quiet churchyard. Just it hits this hide. Marcel wouldn't know this per se, but like in a metagame sense, not all of that damage went through. You see like it partially impacted, and there's like blood that's spilling like black ichor out of its side. It did hit, but it seemingly didn't do the full damage. Let me write that down.
That fucking sucks, but okay.
Yeah, it has like this thick hide that you gather might have some sort of importance here. Alrighty. Which hide can often
50 cal.
yeah, hide can often serve as like its own armor score. But it does look damaged. So we will now go to Devars. What would Devars like to do in this moment?
How large is this bow relative to me?
It's probably 7 or 8 feet tall, maybe 2 feet wide.
Is this terrain level, or are we pretty? Is it pretty flat, or is it?
Yeah, it's pretty flat. The vines kind of make it interesting. Like it's coming down at an angle towards you, but
Oh,
otherwise,
it's like it's descending towards us.
yeah.
Okay. So currently right now I'm carrying a bulky item. I have an ornate rug. I want to try to like open it up and like throw it like a net over this thing, and hopefully that'll slow it down or blind it temporarily.
Oh shit.
Yeah, cause I'm just holding it. It's like I just might as well like I have no shots left in my pistol. So I'd like to try to do that.
Yeah. So the cool thing is, there's a subsystem in Into the Odd called Gambits.
Sick.
So you're gonna make a damage roll, and if you get a die result of 4 or higher, you can perform a gambit. So we'll say like you throwing it onto him is going to be considered a gambit, and he's just going to make a save in order to avoid it. By the way, actually, I should have probably started with this. Is Bakara going to attack as well?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so we'll say the carpet is probably going to be a D6. That's pretty standard for like a bulky item. What do you think Bakara is going to attack with?
He'd be using the pole arm because that thing looks scary as fuck, and he's going to try to keep it sort of at a distance.
Okay. So I'll have you guys both roll your damages. That'll be a D6 for Devars and
8 for me, I believe.
yeah, D8 for Bakara. I should have had that from the start, but I always forget that you roll them all together.
Vinny, you did it.
Nice. Nice.
The gambit.
Alright, so in that case, I'm going to actually add 1 to the damage that was inflicted on the prior turn, because now this is going to be the one for your side. So yeah, you hurl this rug with force towards it, and it's coming down at such an awkward angle that it's going to try to dodge, but it's also like burdened by this human part that's grafted onto the panther part, so it's not the most dexterous, or at least as dexterous as you think it would be. So I'm going to roll for that.
The Manther.
The Manther.
I have that written in my notes, that's right.
Okay, that is a success though for it. So you see it like it spins, and you see the panther side that's running towards you flips, and then the bipedal human legs shift to the side, and it moves over to vine cover beyond you. So since Marcel and Bakara, you guys both got above a 4, would you like to perform any sort of gambit?
You're gonna have to remind me what gambits are.
Yeah, so it's just something new I'm implementing, but I will put them on the screen here.
It's kind of just like a fancy trick, right?
Yeah.
As opposed to just a straight up normal attack.
Yeah.
Yes, right. Tavares, what are you using as a
Ooh, I
weapon?
didn't know there was like a.
Well, I
So-
think that was my turn because. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, so since
I
you
have a mace, but I think that takes up my turn.
Yeah, so you did your gambit and your attack. So the damage for this turn in combat is 6 dealt to this panther. Not all of it goes through. But since Marcel and Bakara both also were attacking, you guys can choose if you want to do one of these gambits. I put them on screen.
Yeah.
And you can freestyle too if there's something in the moment that isn't listed on there that can be covered too.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Tavares, what weapon are you using?
Star Metal Mace.
Alright.
Oh, are you using the Star Metal Mace?
Well, I will be, like, going forward.
Oh,
That's the only
I kind of
weapon
betrayed
that's the
my
weapon
hand
I
a little
have.
bit with my reaction, but yeah, definitely let me know if you use that in this combat.
He will be. I mean, because he doesn't have. He used the rug, so he's.
So wait, is Vinny's like 6 damage not discarded because he tried doing a gambit?
So basically, the highest die. What I should have done is had you all roll at the start for this turn, but I just forgot to do that. So basically, the highest die for any given turn is the damage. So in this case, it's 6 for Devars. So it's
but
no.
because I rolled a 5, I can use it.
Yeah,
a gambit?
so any other dice that's above a 4 can be used for a gambit. It's just a way to like give you guys ways to help or ways to like do something, even though you didn't get the highest die, which is the damage. But some of these, like, you can use bolster to add +1 to the damage too. So there's different ways you can like affect the
Yeah,
outcome.
I'm gonna say Marcel is gonna go with the bolster.
Okay.
He rolled higher than a 4.
And then my
No,
second.
dude, you should dismount the human from the panther.
Mount the foe.
You
Yeah,
mount the
mount the-
panther.
Mount the panther.
The Manther.
The manther.
Yeah, you mount the Manther.
Yeah, I think I'll try to stop the foe from moving next turn, I suppose. So we can just keep wailing on it, ideally.
Okay. So yeah, it's sort of almost this, I don't know if you've seen this like famous statue of Hercules and the Nemean lion where he's like holding it in place. I imagine Bakara just gets up underneath him. Now that the panther side is sort of askew, you actually sort of get at it from an angle, sort of like a linebacker, and just push up. So its hind legs are a bit elevated, and you got it in a place where it's not going to be able to move this turn. Unfortunately, that does mean it's going to attack you, most likely. Since you have its hind legs in this weird position. And you see one of the human hands that has the palm frond covering one of its eyes lets the frond down, and you see this like glowing red. And oddly enough, in the glowing red of this eye, you see the jewel that you've dreamt in your dreams. I'm gonna have you make a will save. Oh, just
Very
a
nice.
success. Yeah, you sense that this eye, when it was trained on you, it was trying to have some sort of effect on you. But you've managed to save against it. Now it just looks like this regular glowing red eye and not like this jewel that your subconscious has been attached to for a very long time. But now one of its eyes is revealed. It's the right human eye. And we'll go to Lilyheart. What would Lilyheart like to do?
He's gonna run up and stab it right in that human eye.
Alrighty.
His trusty pitchfork. Da-da-da-da-da-dum. D8. Six.
Alrighty. So a 6. Similar to Marcel, or I guess I should say Devars at this point. Like, you see part of it gets stuck on the hide, but it does go through in damage. And you sort of stick it in its side. Had you rolled higher, you actually could have like done essentially a called shot to get the eye, which is a cool little mechanic as well. I'll put that on screen too, so you guys know.
Yeah, show us the rules.
Yeah. But that's great. Yeah, you skewer it in the side, and now blood is starting to course down Bakara's forearm as he holds it there. Let me change this.
Oh, so it's like you can choose like one of the normal gambit effects, but it can't make a save against it. Like it just automatically fails as one of the things you could do.
Yeah, because they're optional rules, but I think they're cool to like spice up the combat, give you guys something to do.
I think that's cool.
Yeah.
I like a little bit of extra things to do.
Yeah, I agree. Great. So yeah, at the start of this new turn, I'll have everyone roll a new round of dexterity saves. We'll see if you guys can act first this round. Oh my god!
Oh,
2-1.
That's crazy.
I don't know,
That's
can
sick.
we?
Yo!
Hey.
Feeling confident. Not cocky, confident.
So we see Marcel. Perhaps he like almost like having not fired a gun very much. Like it's just this loud explosion, and he's sort of sent coursing back a few feet. He's trying to find
Kinda
ammunition, but he doesn't
shocked
have
from
any. Yeah.
Got a
From the
shock
flash in
from the
his
blast
hand.
too. Yeah.
Some like hot powder on your arm. And you're
Yeah. Oh, I love it. But yeah, Devars, Lily, Hart, and Bakara will all get to act before the creature this turn. What would you guys each like to do?
I would like to attack it again.
All right, with your
I don't know
pitchfork.
if you guys wanna dogpile this guy.
I want to cripple it. It's bipedal,
you're,
right?
You're using the mace now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm using the maid. Either that or my ceremonial robes, but I think the rug was enough.
Alrighty.
Okay.
And Bakara?
Well, I'm like right underneath it now, right?
Yeah, you're holding up its hind legs. It's like struggling to get free from you. And this turn, it like kind of kicks you off, and now it's on the ground about a foot from you.
All right, I'll probably go with the saber. The polearm's probably the one wieldy at that range.
Awesome. Why don't you guys all roll your damage dice? We'll see what happens.
Ooh. Wait, rolling low is good in this game, right?
Oof.
Marcel?
Oh,
What the
damn.
Does Marcel still get to attack or no?
Yeah, he
If
just
it's,
does it after the creature.
Okay.
Which potentially gives us like 2 instances of damage, but not this round because we suck ass.
Wow, that's crazy. Wait, so tell me what happens. Is this like a disorganized melee? Is it not timing
Well,
right?
So I think what I'm feeling is focusing too much on like the human aspects of the target, but it's definitely some sort of like it's got the beast too, and we're cornering this beast, so it just lashes out at us wildly, and I think that would probably throw off our groove.
Yeah,
Is it?
I can totally see that.
It's on 4 legs,
Yeah.
like a pan.
Well, you see, like, yeah, it's currently, now that Bakara's thrown it back a bit, and it's gotten free of his grasp, it's now on its 4 panther legs, and it's ready to pounce. And on its turn, you see that in this melee, one of your attacks, we'll say the pitchfork, right? It skewers forward and it hits one of the palm fronds free. And now both of its human eyes are exposed, and its left human eye gazes right towards Devars. You're immediately going to take Only one. You're gonna take.
What is happening with these rolls?
I know.
What the hell?
You're gonna take 1 damage directly to your strength.
Oh.
As you start to bleed from your eyes. And
Oh no, that's not good.
yeah, and because you took direct strength damage as opposed to HP damage, you're also gonna make a save against critical damage.
Oh.
So-
Oh no.
So it's just gonna be
Willpower?
a strength save.
Okay.
If you fail this,
Oh,
you go
no.
unconscious. Yeah.
Oh.
So we see in this moment, this left human eye opens, and it's this like unnatural glowing red, like the concept art. We see Devars's eyes just begin to bleed, and he falls unconscious on the ground. That's gonna take us to Marcel.
I think in this like split second, after like the beast glares at Devars, Marcel's gonna try to use this opportunity to use his like hidden knife and try to like claw at his eye.
All right. Yeah, so
That's
roll your
with
damage for
1d6
your knife.
though.
You can still get a normal gambit from it.
Let's go. And then, do I get a gambit too?
Yeah, I'm just reading that because let me see.
Well, yeah, that's kind of what my question was with the whole when Benny first did it, is because it says you can discard.
Yeah,
any
I think you're
number
right.
of attack
Actually,
dice.
I think
Oh, so you need to discard a. Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, so like you could. I'm guessing you could like forego the damage to
I guess so. Yeah.
attempt one of the gambits.
Yeah,
So, like,
I
you could
guess
try to.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. I'll keep the damage because it's the highest we have. But yeah.
Oh boy.
All right, so 5. You said you're using your knife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, like, you haven't seen a knife on Marcel before, but like in a blink of an eye, he just produces one out of nowhere. You don't know if he was hiding it in his sleeve or like he drew it really fast, but you see it just swipe at the Manther really quickly.
I love it. Yeah, and in this moment when it's focusing its energies on Devars, you just stab it in the side of its head, and with that, it gets through its HP pool, and it's gonna have to make a save or die. So you stab it in the side of its face, and now it starts coursing this like black blood, and it screeches in response. You actually took it over by 1, so it's going to have to. Well, it's a pretty good save, but it's gonna have to get under 15. So I'm gonna roll here. Yeah, it's a pretty good. It has a high strength.
That's scary.
Yeah.
So that is a
That doesn't
success.
say Manthy.
As you see, like this black blood is now coursing, and it turns towards you. Its 2 human eyes now fixated on you, and everyone can make a new dexterity save besides Devars, who is down. I'm just gonna make sure that.
Does that mean like Devars automatically went to 0 hit points, like when he took strength damage? Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna double check because I think there might. I just want to double check there's no additional effects for critical damage. Yep, so if they take damage to their STR score, they must pass a strength save to avoid critical damage. Anyone who takes critical damage is unable to do anything but crawl until they're tended to by an ally and have a rest. So as long as everyone doesn't get down this round, you guys should be good.
TPK.
I'd like to crawl under the rug that I threw.
Oh, that's cool.
That's what you'll see every turn, slightly like
It's like crawling
just
in
inching along.
in zombies.
Yeah.
Very slowly.
Well, that's my dex.
All right, Bakara, can you roll a dex save as well?
Oh, nuts.
That's
Oh,
okay. At least somebody can go first.
Nice, nice.
But we're doing direct strength damage to it now, right?
Yeah, you are. So every turn it has to make a save, or it's gonna die.
Okay. Okay.
Or you guys could choose to save it too, but I doubt that that's gonna happen.
The good ending.
Yeah,
The
true.
Luther
You make it a pet.
I tried to make a pet last night. You wouldn't let me.
I know. Well, that was because of what you rolled after, but. All right. Great. So that means Bakara's going to go first. What would Bakara like to do? You see now it's coursing blood out the side of its fur, and it looks wounded. It's suffered now a wound.
All right, I think it's time to just try to put this thing out. Am I like behind it? Is it like because I assume we're kind of circling it?
Yeah. Yeah, you're behind it.
All right, I'm just gonna go pole arm and just try to like back of the neck while it's like all freaked out defending itself.
Awesome. You can roll damage for that.
Nice.
Let's go. That's really good.
That's solid. All right. So that reduces its strength score by 7, which is huge. So that puts it at an 8. So now it's going to have to make a save against 8 to stay up. That's crazy.
He's too good.
I'm rolling in the open because we're at that point, but holy shit.
So did its like natural armors stop working?
Yeah.
after it? Okay.
Yeah, once you get through the HP, there's no armor. Because the armor is destroyed. That also can happen to you guys too. If like an enemy takes you down, is the armor's no longer effective.
Okay.
But yeah, that's crazy. So a natural 1 means like it redoubles its efforts. Like it's a cornered animal and it's just trying to get out. As it goes though, it is going to reveal its right panther eye. And it's going to try to terrify you, Bakara, into leaving. So why don't you roll a will save?
So he's turning around, turning his back to everybody else to do this.
Yeah.
Fuck, get off my fucking level, motherfucker.
That's crazy. Yeah, you stare it down. Now that you sort of know that these eyes have these strange, unnatural qualities to them, you're able to avert your gaze in time. But like I said, it's an animal that's trying to like fight its way out. It's now cornered, which will take us to everybody else. We got Lilyheart and Marcel. What would you two like to do? Skewer
Going
it?
for it. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Take it down. Take it down. Only a 3 though.
A 3. And Marcel, what would you like to do?
I think as it's being distracted from the other two, I'm gonna go over and try to save Vinny.
Cool.
Who's Vinny?
How do you tend? Is it just like an action to say I'm gonna help him up, or like wake him up, or do I need something?
So I will say like it's usually something like done after combat. Like as soon as combat ends and there's
okay.
someone remaining, you can just get them up.
So you can't actually help an ally in combat, is what you're saying?
No, yeah, you'd need an hour after combat to like.
Oh, okay, fuck that then. I'm gonna go attack it.
Yeah. I just want to let you know so you didn't waste
Okay,
the turn. Yeah. Cool. So how would you like to attack it?
I
Knife
think
again?
yeah, just the knife again. I think as it's like looks at who did it attack for? Caleb. Marcel's gonna like duck around and then like slash it again.
Yeah, and both of you see there's like this situation where you have the pitchfork ready, Lilyheart, and Marcel's on the other side with the knife, and one of you has to go. How do you negotiate that? You're both standing there like ready to attack.
I think I'm playing off everyone else because I'm like, Marcel's a smaller guy, so he's not getting in the way. So I would say he looks for the pitchfork stab, and then he ducks under and like dodges out of the way, but also like slashes it on the way down.
Lilyheart sees Marcel being like patient and at the ready. Lilyheart just goes, fuck, 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 and just goes and runs in.
Goes in and stabs it for 3 additional damage. That brings it down to 5.
Oh wait, after the armor, then everyone's attacks are counting, or I thought, is it for each like round group in round of combat it does damage?
So
yes.
it's like, yeah, so it's like in initiative every round so far it's been one group of people, then it's gone, and then another group of people, because I don't think we've all succeeded or all failed.
Yeah, that's right.
Whenever it's like more than one person on the same side attacking the same target, you put all their dice together and take the highest result, and that's the damage that's dealt.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So we did 3 damage to it this time.
Because we were a different group in the initiative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
And then
Okay.
Yeah, but Caleb had done 7 earlier in the round.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
he was
yeah.
separate,
Yeah. Okay.
But it gets really fun when there's like multiple enemies too, and they're all rolling against one character. Like have different gambits they can do on you. It's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, 3 damage. So now it just has to roll below a 5 in order to stay alive.
I swear to God, Tiles.
Let's see.
I fucking
bastard.
How is this possible? This is insane.
Luckily, he's not taking another turn right now.
No, he's not. So I'll have you guys. Well, he could if you guys all fail your deck saves. But why don't you give me a new round of deck saves?
True. I should.
Let's go, Marcel. We have 2 groups of people. Let's go.
20 crazy.
Nice. And Bakara, you're gonna roll as well. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So this time, Marcel, like maybe you dive out of the way so he can skewer him with the pitchfork last round, but it leaves you an opportunity to stab him now. Would you like to stab once more with your knife?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you get a 5, you kill him automatically.
There's no way he survives this.
Has to go below 4.
Survives this.
Has to go below 4.
No way he survives this.
No. Tell me how you kill this unnatural creature.
I think after, so I think you would see Marcel moving. I wouldn't say adeptly across, but like he's a small and nimble guy. So like he dives out of the way of the pitchfork, like slashes a leg on the way down, and as he gets up, and the pitchfork is like holding it in place a little bit, you just see like him jab one last time into like the gut area.
Yeah, and it's this disgusting kill. Like this huge hulking body just falls down onto the leaves, just this black Icarus blood flowing forward. What's cool too? Oh, let me skip this.
It stands back up.
That was just its first bag of HP. Now it's the boss round. What's cool about monsters too, I was actually going to mention this at the beginning of the session. Every monster has a weakness. No matter how strong they are, no matter how like crazy the encounter might seem, they always have a weakness. So keep that in mind. And it's a stated weakness. They also have a drop. So when they die, they drop something.
So when you say stated weakness, does that mean that like we should be able to, like based on your description, figure out what that weakness is?
That is possible, but it just means like it has something that's a weakness.
It has something just that's listed in its stat block.
Yeah. It may be like hinted at. It may be like there's also like books you can get that detail certain monsters on the island and they give weaknesses, stuff like that.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Is it like a possibility to, instead of attacking one round, try to study its movements and look for that weakness?
Yeah, I'd definitely allow that. Similar to Pathfinder, knowledge check. Yeah, but this creature drops a clot of black ichor. It looks to be like this congealed black blood. So you can choose to take that. You gather it might be of some value to like the right occult vendor, or you could just leave it. It's gonna be one inventory.
Oh, one full inventory?
Yeah, it's like this clump of black ichor.
Ooh. I don't know if I have the space for that.
We'll say maybe it's its heart. It's like this congealed black substance.
you don't have the space, I believe I can.
I could take it if.
Do you have the space, Ryan?
No, I don't. Sorry. Yeah, I do not have the space. I thought you were
How
talking
much,
to
How
Caleb.
much space do you have left, Caleb?
I've got kind of plenty.
It's up to strength, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm at 6 2/9 out of 9.
Yeah, I'm around the same. So you can take it.
All right. What should we call it again?
I don't know, Icarus Heart or something.
Yeah, it's like
Manther
a black...
Heart?
Yeah, you call it whatever strikes your fancy.
Manther Heart.
Manther Heart.
Yeah.
Nice.
1.
Heart of the jungle.
All right. I'm at 7 2/9 out of.
And we looked. Wait, did we look through the church last time?
No.
We didn't go into the church.
Oh
last
yeah,
time.
yeah. Okay.
We're outside it, so we're still going to the church.
No.
Gotcha.
Did who had the vision with the rubies? Can they loot the Manther? Or like the gems in the eyes, or is that sort of just like a visual thing, not like an actual gem was in the eye?
And that's like it activating an ability.
Yeah.
Is kind of how I interpreted that.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, the eyes now
okay.
don't appear to be anything occult or unnatural.
Interesting. Okay. Do you guys want to go into the church still? I know we're trying to like look. What are we actually doing? Are we trying to look for other people, or are we trying to just scout the island for now for like a way out?
I think we decided to go to the church first to like search
Yep.
for any supplies we could find.
Oh, yeah, we still need supplies. Okay.
We have standard ration or like food rations. We need
We
water
have-
rations though. I have 4 standard rations in my inventory right now. Do we have any water rations right now?
I don't think you guys have any left.
No. Might want to get on that.
We don't have any what left?
Any water rations?
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
Is this the stuff in the oilskin satchel you're looking at, Seth? Or is that something different?
Well, the standard rations that I'm talking about are in my inventory.
Okay. What is this?
Because at the
this-
time, the
yeah.
oilskin satchel was full, but there's still 1 slot free in the oilskin satchel now. So we have a
Yes.
lot of food rations.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
6
So we just
standard
need water.
rations, 1 iron
Yep.
ration, and 0
Yep.
water rations. Yikes.
All right, let's go to church then. We gotta whack through some more kudzu.
You do have to a little bit, but now there's nothing to kind of impede your progress here.
Am I back to the battle?
What's up?
Am I back up after the battle?
Yeah.
Oh, we do have to. Do we not have to spend an hour trying to get him up?
So it's actually, I misread it. It's you have to tend to him within an hour, and just getting
Oh.
him up takes 10 minutes.
Is
Oh.
what?
It takes 10 minutes. So
Okay,
you
yeah,
just
okay,
take
so
10
we just
minutes
get-
with him. You just give him some. You can't give him any
Um,
water. You don't have any. But maybe just give
We
him
whack
like
him with a stick.
yeah,
Get up.
part of like a ration maybe. Just kind of get him on his feet. Your strength score stays the same, and your HP is restored. You're
The
just
full.
yeah. And I'll remind that to you guys that enemy didn't deal any damage. It didn't get that far in its thing, but if you take damage in a combat, Once the combat's over, your HP automatically goes up to full. It's just the score reductions that change. So, you guys also
permanent-
have surgeon's
so
tools you could use as well.
When we decrease strength, does that go up after the fight too, or is it? Do you need to like spend extra actions getting your strength score back up?
So yeah, your strength score goes back up when you essentially take a long rest in this game, which is you go to a port and you can spend time there. It's usually like a week. Or you can use different toolkits to
Like wound
get that
kits and
back
things
up.
like that.
Yeah, you guys already have a
Isn't our-
surgeon's kit.
Isn't our
Yeah.
strength also being like magically drained right now?
Yes, by 1 point per day.
Yeah.
Because of the brand.
That's-
Yeah.
So I'm guessing we can't get that strength back, right? Until we deal with that?
You can use, I think you guys have a surgeon's kit, and that just restores strength, regardless, no matter what source it comes from. So
No, I
it,
do have a.
it can technically be restored.
That sounds risky and scary.
Do bulky items, since you have to carry them, do they take up an inventory slot?
No, not if you're holding them.
Alright. I don't have to get rid of anything yet.
Nice.
I lost the strength, so I'm gonna grab that ornate rug.
Cool. So your surgeon's kit is an option if you'd like to restore any lost strength. What's your strength at now, Tavares?
7 out of 9.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah.
You might just wait off then. But that always is an option.
Go on.
Okay, it's good to know.
Cool. So you guys press on. You see as you get closer, walking through, like the door is open and it's covered with tangled vines pressed tight against the creaking wood. You see wooden floors, cracked windows with vines pressed against them. You see in the center a statue of the Sovereign Mother, which is essentially not only the queen of Bastion, but also the god of this religion. And but it's odd. You see her statue is like in the air, upside down, suspended by kudzu vines above the various tabernacles. But you see in her hands, she seems to be cradling something. It looks to be this like bit of organic matter, but from this distance you can't be sure what it is. It looks like a dull brown color.
How big is this church? Is it like a multi-layer, multi-floor deal, or is it like a basic one-room church with like a steeple that's like you can see everything?
It's a basic one-room church. You see statues of gaunt angels that adorn the sides. And,
I think
a
Marcel
confessional
is
is
gonna.
tucked in the corner.
Okay, I think Marcel's gonna like look around, like from the inside, just to look out each of the windows to make sure, like, and like look into the confessional to make sure no one's like here.
There's no second level to this church then?
No,
think so.
yeah, it's just like a very tall,
Just just like, okay.
Yeah, so going along, you see these statues of gaunt angels, but you see that these seem to have too many limbs. Their eyes and hands and
Oh, I don't
mouths
like
are
that.
like carved all over their bodies. You see that this statue of the Sovereign Mother seems to be cradling a petrified cicada
Oh.
that she has in her hand. And oddly, it's like it should be falling down from the ceiling because the statue's upside down, but she's just holding it and it's suspended in the air. It's not falling to the ground. Do you go into the confessional?
I opened the confessional. I don't know if I go inside.
Okay. You see the door for the priest's side is barred.
What? Oh fuck!
It looks like it can't be opened or unlocked from the outside. And
Okay.
on the confessor's side, you see this like strange, pale, pulsating light.
Absolutely not. I call everyone else over. Absolutely fucking not. Is it like So usually confessionals are not really, I wouldn't say not well constructed, but they're not like cement or like they're not stone. Is it just like wood?
Yeah.
I just look at the mace that Vinny's character. Vinny, who's your character's name? I need to learn all these characters.
Divorce.
I look at Devar's and his mace, and I just like nod to the confessional, and I'd probably say like, I hope you're not a religious man, but I don't know what
Not
that
anymore.
is.
Not anymore. I kept my balls. And he's gonna like reach over and like just like kind of poke it, like kind of like see it, and then just like kind of poke it in and like jump out almost to see if like anything happens. Just like with his mace.
I was.
Like,
That's really
It's
funny
a
because I
photo
thought you were just.
booth.
I was just gonna say you just smashed it open the fucking door, but you're just like. Ee.
So are you poking the priest side or the confessional side?
The
I wanna
confessional
poke
side
the
is open.
confessional side.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to poke it in like at where it looks like that source of light is coming from to see if one, if I feel anything unusual, but and two, and just to see if anything happens.
Yeah. You push this door open very slightly. It's not a strong light. It's just very pale, like a pale maybe candle light. Maybe a natural light. But as you look in, you see it seemingly opens up into another church interior, completely identical to the one that you
What
guys
the
are in now. But you see the statue of the mother is upright.
Oh,
And
I
she-
don't like
Some
And
this.
she appears
sort
to
of
be,
mirror world.
She appears to be holding something else in her hand. You see,
Oh,
it's this like
God.
crystallized object.
Oh, so not a cicada.
I want to look through like the screen into like the priest like booth.
There is none.
And-
It just goes straight into another church.
Like, but like the one on this side, isn't there? The one
I
that was
think you
barred?
see Marcel try to look out the window to see if he sees a church, like the other half of the church, like in disbelief.
Yeah.
Oh, is it just one booth and just like that door?
It opens up
yeah.
into another.
Yeah,
There's
so-
no divider in the middle.
Yeah. So the confessional, right? There's the confessor side, the priest side. You guys are on the confessor side right now, looking through. But instead of a barrier in between, there's just another church.
Oh,
But-
from the
Yeah.
confessor side. Oh, I thought it was like okay. I thought it was against the back.
And you
I
said it was
see.
like a gem, like a.
Yeah, it looks like she's holding some sort of like red crystal in her hands.
So does Marcel see like an extended part of the church this could be, or is it like confirming his suspicions, like this is fucking freaky, and like something's going on?
You gather that the priest side in this alternate version is where you exit from. In that alternate church.
I'm saying, is the alternate church? Can we see like any vestige of it in in our world, or is it literally just like something, like a doorway in a new?
You see
world,
no
pretty
vestige
much.
of it in this.
Yo, what the
in this
fuck?
church.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
Nothing vented, nothing gained.
You see Marcel. Go ahead then.
Can Lilyheart just try to walk through the confessional?
Sure. Yeah, so you walk straight through. You see this church interior is identical to the church interior you just were in, but the Mother Saint statue is upright. And it seems to be holding this, like, what looks like a crystallized, but simultaneously, like, if you imagine what amber does to insects, this red crystal...
That's kind of how I was. That's how I was thinking.
This red crystal
Ooh.
seems to be doing that to like a piece of flesh. It looks to be like a darker color based on how it's reflecting off of this red crystal. But as you step through, you begin to see droplets of blood that fall on the floor ahead of you. Just 1, 2, 3, 4. One of them falls on your hand. One of them falls on your shoulder.
Classic horror movie.
and you hear a creaking above you.
Do we see
Yeah,
this
we
happening
see
as
this?
we're looking
Can
through
we
the
see-
confession? Yeah.
Yeah, or do we just see him
yeah,
go
dude.
through and then we don't see her? Like, it's just like is it a static picture, or we can see this whole thing?
You can see him. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's just it's just there. The church is there. It doesn't seem like there's like a veil that you're crossing. It's just kind of.
There does seem to be a veil, but he's like you
Oh,
can
okay.
see through it.
I
Yeah,
think
it's
after
Definitely
Lily.
just tries to run back through the confessional.
All right. Well, you're gonna give me a dexterity check
Oh no.
to try to outrun this thing.
Yo.
You look above
Lily-
you and you see this
No.
Oh
this
no!
elephant-sized creature. This thick
Yo.
carpet of dangling bones, shredded flesh, and ragged fur that descends upon you. This is what it looks like. It's like this. If a flower was made of human flesh, is how I'm going to describe it.
I don't like that.
Can you describe it in a way that doesn't make me want to puke?
That would be hard.
I just imagine Lily Hart being like, close the door, close the door, close the door, and then you just see this like this thing drop from the ceiling.
It's fucking snatched.
Boogeyman.
Oh god.
Oh, so that's a fail. Oh shit.
Yeah, it's a failure. Lily Hart.
You see, it's like weird.
Beset.
It's
Bye.
floating, and it actually floats down, and you see from its tendrils it has these like ivory tipped claws, and it goes to scratch at you. It's gonna deal
Imagine if it downs him right now.
8 damage to you.
Are you down? That would kill me.
That is going to down me.
What's your HP total?
My HP's 5. I was wearing 1 armor, which I'm guessing gets destroyed in this.
It won't get destroyed, but it just won't apply once you're down.
So
So you'll take 2 damage to your strength.
yeah.
Yeah. You see, like, Lilyheart is really quick to react. Like, there's, like, speckles of blood that hit his shoulder, but he immediately senses something is above him and sprints towards this confessional door. But you see this ivory claw that comes and just rakes him across the back, and he falls flat just short of the confessional door. And this thing is getting down. Like, it's gonna grab him and float
Yeah,
back
Marcel's
up to the
gonna
top.
immediately try to like sprint in and like pull him out.
Yeah, can I help him out with that?
Yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
how many will actually, point of order, how many people can fit through the confessional booth? Probably like one at a time, right?
One at a time, yeah. So who's gonna go first? I'm gonna change the music while you guys think about this.
I look at the biggest person and like push them through. Because
I mean,
Marcel's actually not the strongest person, so I don't know if there's gonna be like a strength.
9, right?
Mine's 7.
Well, it's also, remember if it's hindered or not. Yeah, you have to take that into account.
Yeah, it's usually 10. It's 9.
Okay, so yeah, you should go through. Yeah, you should go through.
All right, I'm just gonna try to like as quickly as possible. I'm gonna try to kind of just like reach in and drag him out rather than try to do anything with him while he's in there.
Okay, this is gonna be tense. I'm gonna have to roll a dex save to try to act first. This could be life or death in this moment.
Ah!
Oh shit!
So I'm gonna say this, right? You see these slender tendrils that emerge. Slender Man. You see like 4 or 5 of them that begin to wrap themselves around Lilyheart's body and lift him up to the top of this alternate church. That's what it's going to do with its turn. You don't know what profane purpose he's going to use this body for. But you're not able to get there in time to grab the body. What would you like to do, though, once you get through this confessional?
It's a lovely question. I don't think we ever found any ammo for the blunderbuss that I had.
Did you say the other statue was holding something?
A cicada.
No,
Wait,
no,
did we
the
never
other,
think
one
of
of the other
just throwing
dimensions.
a bunch of junk in the blunderbuss?
We don't have any.
Can't throw a bunch of shit in a blunderbuss.
I guess we didn't have
Leave
any,
load.
any powder, but they used to do that. They used to just
Yeah,
throw
yeah.
a bunch of forks and shit in blunderbusses.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck you up, dude. I mean, I got grenades, but
Grenades? What?
I have an old-fashioned grenade and I have a bomb.
The only
crazy.
risk would be it would damage Lilyheart as well.
Yeah, and I mean, I imagine the fall damage
Well,
would be great.
can they get damaged anymore beyond 0?
Yeah, your strength.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Once your strength hits 0, you die.
What's your strength?
What's
It's
the
currently at
statue
7
on the other
after
side of the
taking 2 points
cathedral?
of strength damage.
What's the statue on the confessional side of the cathedral holding?
It looks
What
like
was it again?
this like crystallized piece of meat. Almost like an insect in amber, but if it was like a rotten piece of flesh instead.
What happens if you interact with the cicada?
I want to try
on
to
your
like
side?
The kid is
break
inside.
off.
Outside?
Can I grab the cicada, or is it like part of the statue?
So just to be
cicada's
clear,
on
the
our
cicada is on your side. You can go back
Yeah.
out and
Right,
interact
right.
with it.
Well,
do you
I
want to
haven't
grab it?
gone through yet. Yeah, I want to try to grab that, and I'm thinking maybe run in and like switch them out and see what happens. Because it's other than that, I don't notice anything about the church. It looks the same, except for that and the monster attacking us.
Okay.
But that's what my plan is.
Yeah, I'll say you can act on this turn then if you're not going to cross the threshold. You go up, you grab this petrified cicada, and immediately grabbing it, you gather it is an arcanum of some kind.
Ooh.
You
Fucking
can
that,
make
I guess.
you can make a will save to try to immediately figure out what it is, or you can just try to activate it on this turn.
Oh, I didn't know if there's going to be activation fee.
I don't want to activate it yet until I'm in the other chapel. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna try
I
to
would
make
say-
a will save.
Yeah, you have to try to figure out what it's doing.
I'm also gonna draw my fortune teller cards with symbols, so I can put this in my inventory.
Oh shit!
Oh my god.
Oh
Okay.
god.
You can't gather what it does, but what you do gather is this arcanum, in order to be activated, needs to be eaten by its user.
Oh, I don't like that.
Where's Lilyheart again? Is she up in the sky or?
Yeah,
He's getting-
Lilyheart is being
Or-
lifted into the atrium of
Oh,
this false church on the other side of this confessor booth.
And you said in place on the opposite side is just a gilded piece of meat, or is that on?
It looks to be a crystallized
on my-
piece of meat, yeah, and it's
kind
in
of
this
like it's trapped in amber.
this like Saint Mother's hands. What would you like to do, Bakara, as you cross through?
I think I'm gonna go for that thing, just the opposite of what Devars just did, and then hopefully Devars and I can meet in the middle and figure out what these things do.
All right.
Maybe we like swallow and then like kind of like we could like swap
Yeah.
and then get the effects of both like late into the trance.
So gross.
I don't know a lot about magic.
It's all about swapping spit, you know. That's how magic works in this.
I just know you have to eat this, so I just didn't know the saliva it mixes in.
I guess so. Can I make willpower to figure out what this thing does?
Yeah, certainly.
It doesn't matter. I have no fucking clue.
Picking this up, this does not have the signature of an arcanum. Sometimes, like, strange items can be, like, components for things, or, like, just other substances that have other effects, but this doesn't seem like an arcanum.
Did it have any reaction to me picking it up?
No, it does not. It appears to
Damn
be
it.
contented with its meal, and it's slowly
No.
drifting up into the rafters.
All right. Well, I mean that's everything I can do.
All right.
This is a conundrum, folks.
It certainly is. As we're going to enter in on this new round. In the meantime, in this new round, would Marcel like to cross through the threshold? Oh,
Yeah, Marshall's gonna try to cross through the threshold.
Just something to point out. I'm Lilyheart going down, I'm assuming he would have dropped his pitchfork.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping, but I don't know.
Yeah. Well, if he doesn't drop it, that also will cause an interesting consequence here. But
Oh, he's gonna try to eat in the.
let's have you do just a luck roll. So it'll be a D6, Lily Heart. Would you like him to drop it as a player, or would you like him to keep it on him?
I mean, after what you just said, I don't know, but I think it would make most sense that he dropped it as he was like slashed at and his. I guess he's not like. He's not really unconscious in the rules, right? Like he's still like barely conscious.
Yeah. So yeah, why don't you roll a D6?
I don't know. Let's just why don't we just leave it up to chance?
We'll say on a 4, 5, and 6, he drops it.
All right. It is not dropped.
Oh my god. A Discord pop-up popped up as the roll hit, and I was like, oh fuck, I don't know what it is.
Oh, I like the dice deciding.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a moment where I didn't know what outcome I preferred either. So.
Yeah. So he keeps it on him. He's like barely conscious, but he keeps it on him. Maybe it's like a last-ditch effort to try to defend himself. In the meantime, we got Marcel and Bakara in this false church. Why don't you both give me dexterity checks to see if you can act before this creature?
Oh jeez. What the fuck, man? I literally have a 50% chance to fucking succeed, and I've gotten like 1 success.
Yeah, so you're rushing through, you get kind of stuck because it's such a narrow confessional booth, but you managed to make it through. Bakara, can you roll as well? Dexterity.
I don't know, can he? Caleb, are you okay?
Sorry, there's like ants on my desk.
Oh shit. They're coming through.
Sorry,
Just a
one more
dex
time.
save. Yeah.
Just a dex save.
Motherfucker.
Oh.
Wow. Fucking Lily Heart, Jesus Christ.
So what is Lily Heart's damage for his pitchfork?
It is a D8.
Okay, why don't you roll that? We'll have that in the pool because as he's gonna chomp down on you, he's gonna get partially impaled by this thing.
Oh my
One.
fucking
One
God.
damage.
Of course.
All right, so that'll be in the damage pool for this this phase. So that'll deal 1 damage to him. He does appear to be like slightly injured by it, but as his bite comes down, the pitchfork snaps like a long piece of wood, and he just starts to close down on you.
Rusty.
Unfortunately, he's gonna now digest you.
Oh.
So you can just barely see this through like your squinted eyes, but these like row of teeth begin to come around you and close in. It's gonna be D6 each round until you're freed.
Yeah.
I don't know how we free. Oh my god.
I mean, like,
So it's
honestly,
gonna be-
bomb. Like, I'm okay with throwing a grenade at this thing.
So that's gonna be 4
Yeah,
damage
we
to
have
your
to
directly to your
throw the
strength.
grenade at it.
I mean, he's dead. I just don't know how we're gonna open him up.
Yeah, I think... Is it okay if Lilyheart says something?
Yeah, you can
Like, as
certainly.
he's about to be consumed?
Yeah, I mean we haven't really
They
hit
run.
that point yet. You still have like points in strength, right?
Yeah, I still have 3 points in strength.
Yeah, so we'll
Okay, yeah, I
we'll
guess I'll
wait.
hold
There's
off
there's
for now.
there's a lot that can be done to save Lilyheart. It just got to act first in this round, which unfortunately dealt you damage. So we'll now go to Marcel and Bakara. Does Devarse want to come through the confessional next round? Does he?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so right now it's Bakara and Marcel. You both see this thing start to chomp down on Lilyheart. What do you guys do?
Marcel quickly looks around and scans. Is there anything he can like throw at it, or is there any other weaponry that was dropped despite other things that other people this thing devoured.
Interestingly, you see over one of the tabernacles, it looks like there's a black rain cape.
A black what?
Rain cape.
Sorry, my fucking you know how like Seth sounds, like I told you guys Seth sound muted.
Rain
Everyone's
cape.
Yeah, it's just a rain cape.
a rain cape. Okay, I'm
It's a
gonna
raincoat.
fucking
Yeah,
a raincoat. I'm gonna
just
I'm
an
gonna
old-fashioned
go,
one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go try like run over to it and like shuffle through it to see if there's anything that I could possibly use to like shoot at it, or if he has like a fucking knife that I can throw that's not my knife.
You don't find anything in the pockets, but it is emblazoned with this symbol of a black heron. Right underneath the breast pocket.
That would fucking help. Marcel just fucking yeets his flintlock pistol at the thing in the sky. Out of pure panic.
Okay. Cool. What does Bakara do? You guys-
Bakara is fucking terrified because he just watched his buddy get fucking swallowed whole.
Yeah.
Fucking yeet the grenade.
Yeah,
brother.
I'm just gonna.
Yeet the grenade.
I like. It's either yeet the grenade or like examine if this thing has any fucking weaknesses.
No,
and,
no. You gotta throw the grenade.
It's got to be grenade. Let's pull that pin, baby. And
Oh boy.
you know,
I don't know if it goes
okay, so in
as
terms
it
of
reaches
the-
its apex.
yeah. So in terms of the strategy for the throw, is like this thing is hanging off of the ceiling in some capacity, or is like tucked up to the ceiling?
It looks to be a floating mass.
Because
And it's just
ideally, I want to
floating
get
up
this
in the air.
grenade like up and over. So
Lump
it
it on
lands,
top of it. Yeah,
on top
yeah,
of
yeah.
it. So ideally, like protect us slightly from the blast, but also like to blow it off the ceiling at the very least. So hopefully, it's like blown lower if it doesn't affect it, and maybe we can get him out of there.
All right. So I'll give you two
Planning
options
on
for this.
using it consuming me as cover for me.
I'm
That's
gonna-
cover for us.
I'm going to give you guys two options for this, right? There's two ways that you can pursue this. Obviously, I don't think you want to harm Lilyheart in this. You want to try to blow up this grenade at a distance where he wouldn't be damaged. So there are two ways we can go about this, right? You guys could both roll damage, and you could try to bank on the fact that this thrown pistol will get above a 4. If it gets above a 4, you can use a gambit to try to wrestle him free, maybe while he's distracted from the blast. That could be something we could do. Alternatively, you can make a dexterity save to try to aim this thing correctly, so that when it damages it, it might like either spin him out or at least not damage him in this blast. So which would you guys prefer
I think
to do?
out of pure panic, the more thematic option is just eyeballing the grenade and tossing it.
Okay.
Because to be fair, Marcel has 6 strength. He just purely panicked and that's not doing more than 4 damage.
But Kara, being a man who has thrown a grenade or two in his life, I think he's gonna be relatively measured, but like his real only goal is getting it up and over that thing, with the major intent of getting it low enough that we can deal with it at all. And yeah, I mean, I guess ideally we'd rather it not kill Lilyheart, but that I imagine would make it a lot harder.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess we'll see how. So you guys are gonna lean towards using your dexterity save for this.
Yeah.
My dex is a 12, so like that's my best stat.
Yo, that's crazy. What?
That's pretty good.
Why? My stats are shit compared to you guys. What's going on?
Crazy rolls. Tyler literally
Why?
is your stats are
Is
nuts.
12 the highest stat that any of us have?
No, I have a 14 in willpower.
Okay,
What
my
the fuck?
strength
My
is
highest is a
7.
10. Well, I mean, now my
10 too.
what was my highest was a 10. Now it's 9 because my 10 is
strength
now
is
a
a
3.
7, my dex is a 10, and my will's a 6. So like I'm not the most helpful person in most circumstances.
All right, so
You are thing.
we see this moment come to fruition. Like, the stakes could not be higher. Lilyheart could be blown up in this blast if you get through his HP pool and damage his strength. If you blast through it and it does damage to his strength, oh, let's go!
That was the best moment to do that when Tyler's yapping.
I'm just yapping.
I'm gonna make you eat those words. GM.
My finger.
That's great. Yeah, so tell me what happens. So Bakara just throws it at the right angle.
So yeah, you see Bakara, he looks back at the other two are like coming through the thing, and he looks back up after he just watched his buddy Lilyheart just get swallowed up, and he's like, tells those guys to like stay up as far away as they can as he just like pulls out a grenade, looks down, looks back at them.
You see Marcel dive behind the pews in this fucking place.
Oh shit! All right.
Does the marsh heat? Does the sound travel through?
Yeah,
Does he hear? Like, does he feel the rumbling?
it does. It does carry through. You also
He starts
see.
to move a little faster.
You also see in this alternate version of the church, outside the windows are just like piled bodies. Which
That's
is
gross.
it's very different than the church on your side. So that's awesome. So I'll have Bakara roll damage, which is not going to affect Lilyheart, and you're going to roll a d4, Marcel, for yours because you're going to be using an improvised weapon.
Okay.
So it's a D10B.
Oh,
D-
it's blast.
Well, they're grenades, right?
Yeah, no, I was just confirming that. Cool. So, oh man, that's great then. You have stumbled across the first weakness in a monster. As you throw this this grenade up, it's actually weak to blast weapons because it's such like an ephemeral, like just like half existing, half not. Like you gather any like blunt object could like heavily damage this thing as you cause an explosion so hefty that it immediately depletes its HP pool and it takes damage directly to its strength. This also means, because it takes a wound, you see Lilyheart fall out of its mouth down onto a tabernacle. Crazy.
Holy shit.
Awesome. I'm just gonna write down how much it takes from its. So you rolled. Okay. So it takes 1 damage to its strength. Okay. So now it's gonna make a save, or to potentially die. It's a 15, so it's most likely gonna pass, but who knows? I'm rolling a lot of ones, so it might be like a 20.
Ooh, close.
Adam,
It
it's so
survives.
clutch.
It survives for now. And you see it like as it goes up, there's like fire licking up its side. It's part of its like body is blackened from the explosion. And Lilyheart is now on the ground by a tabernacle. So as long as he doesn't get picked up again, he'll be fine.
Yeah. So am I near the tabernacle right now?
Yeah.
Okay, I am near the tabernacle, so that's convenient.
And now for this
that's where
round,
you were with the cape.
everybody is in this false church. So have you all rolled dexterity checks to try to act before this creature?
I'm on-
Except for me.
Yeah, besides Lilyheart for now.
Oh fuck, guys, come on.
Shank
I need,
it,
like, one-
Shank it.
I mean, Marcel, you just gotta hit it to make it take it roll again at least.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, so Marshall, you look up, you have this black rain cape in your hands. What do you do?
Fucking. I'm not smacking it with a rain kick. I'm still holding it, so I'm just like, fuck it. I look at Lilyheart, I look at the thing. You see Marcel just trying to go stab it with his knife.
So wait, does it what does it look like from, because it fell down, right?
So it's still floating.
Okay, never mind. Okay,
It'll be out of reach of your knife, but it does look severely damaged at this point.
Okay, then if I can't reach it, then that's whatever.
You can try to throw your knife though if you want.
I'm fucking throwing my knife.
I know, yeah. It's just
That's an heirloom knife I got right
it's
there.
an option. It's an option.
I'm going to.
You also
They're
sense that this rain cape it is an arcanum.
Oh,
You're gonna fly, baby.
Yeah, can I try to don the raincoat?
Yeah.
Yeah, what happens?
You throw it on, and you see this creature. It was faced towards you, and it starts to face away from you.
Okay, that's all I know.
That's what happens in this moment.
Okay, I am going to stand in front of Lilyheart then, because
Like one of those
I'm gonna.
weird. Sorry.
It's okay. I'm just gonna stand in front of Lilyheart. I think I'm gonna try to protect him as I see like it turning away from the cape.
Yeah, you see, weirdly, now that this cape is like partially obscuring Lilyheart, it also seems to ignore him now.
Okay.
And it
Like
turns.
suppressing your presence.
It turns and starts to move towards Bakara and now Devars, who emerges from the confessional.
Oh my god.
So unfortunately, I'm gonna make a roll to see who it targets. I was gonna say it attacks Bakara, but I like to make this random. So we'll say 1, 2, 3 Bakara, 4, 5, 6 Devars. That'll be Devars.
R.I.P. Devars.
Actually, I don't even have to choose. It comes down, and it manages to wedge its amorphous body in between you two, and you see a bunch of these slender ivory claws emerge from its side and just slash at you.
And he's pissed.
So yeah, he left. So Bakara, you are gonna take.
Oh, there's another bad in my family room. Anyways,
Bakara,
what did I miss?
yeah, it's just gonna slash both of you. It has an ability where it can
Oh.
slash both of you. So Bakara's gonna take 6 damage,
Okay.
and Devars also 6 damage.
Oh my god.
Fudge! Is it fudge rolls? Fudge rolls!
Does that put either of you under or at 0?
I'm at 0.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
Exactly at 0.
Devars, like, I think you just see him, like, run through. He hasn't, like, thrown down the rug yet. Like, he just went, grabbed, like, the thing, like, shoved it in his pocket. He's, like, running through because he hears, like, the explosions and fighting. And he, like, jumps into the door and just immediately just gets, like, fucking, like, slammed to the ground by these, like, claws.
Yeah, you see this ivory claw that just rakes across your chest, and it just splits partially open. You fall backward, hitting your head on the confessional, and I'll have you roll a d12.
Does any extra damage subtract from my strength more than, like, I had 5 hit points. Is that 6-1 take 1 away from my strength?
Yes. Okay.
no?
Yeah. So so you're actually not going to roll a d12 then. You're going to subtract 1 from your strength.
Okay.
And you're now going to roll a strength check to see if you remain conscious.
Ah.
Yeah, I thought you hit a 0 exactly, but
Oh my god.
you're slashed across the chest and you fly back against the confessional and fall unconscious. Bakara, does that put you under 6 points?
It does put me under.
By 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, don't you have the other piece of armor?
Oh yes, I do. I have the AC.
Oh
3.
shit! All right, so you are gonna roll a d12. This will be on the scars table.
Oh Jesus Christ.
It's the scars table. It's not.
Why are we getting low rolls and the enemies are getting higher rolls? What's going on here, Tyler?
I don't know. I'm glad I'm rolling the open now. Oh, this is great. This is the best scar you can get.
Nice.
So you're gonna tell me first. A part of you is violently marked. So this claw comes down and slashes you somewhere and leaves a really intense scar. where do you want that scar on your body?
Well, I already got one fucking scar across like the side of my body. But I think maybe one like across my shoulder or something could be an interesting spot. Opposite side of the other one.
Okay. It slashes across your shoulder and it leaves this crescent moon scar across. And this is, I'm gonna have you roll a d8. Okay. You can increase your max HP to 7.
Holy shit.
Whoa.
So right now you're still at 0 HP, but your max once you exit this combat is going to be 7 now.
God, what's going on, brother? Am I the only one up? Jesus Christ.
No. Bakara's still up. He's just at 0.
Is that whenever you take strength damage that you have to make the?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
the armor.
The armor saved you, dude.
Wow.
Yeah. That's great. So, yeah, maybe you're like wearing these greaves and like a slash that maybe would have gotten one of your arteries in your leg instead glances off these greaves. So now, who do we have left? We have Bakara, and I think just Bakara this round, right? Because Devars is unconscious.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Bakara, what would you like to do? This thing is now, like, just a couple feet above you.
Got any more grenades?
I do.
You actually do.
It's a matter of do we want to waste the only other grenade I have?
Honestly, this could TPK. I was
Is this
gonna
wasting
say
it
that right
when
now.
People are dying.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
And it's a bit of a
Unless you really
it's a little bit of a safer shot this time, right? Because it's not like holding.
Nobody's
Or
in.
is it holding Devars now?
It's
or-
in between both of you, though.
It is. So, once again, it's a really tight spot. So you can either use your dex to try to, like, land the shot in its jaw or something similar, or you can try to use a gambit to perhaps, like, throw it in an area a little farther away from you, and it'll maybe, like, detonate next turn. Which would you like to place stock in for this?
So I'm on one side of it and Devars is on the other.
Yeah.
And in terms of like the stuff that is around me, it's just like pews and shit.
Yeah, just a bunch of tabernacles.
All right, I think I'd probably try to just like, because this one is just called bomb sealed bottle.
Yep.
I don't know what exactly it is that triggers it to be exploding. So I think out of slight fear for that, I'm just gonna like try to do a nice little like underhanded roll it onto this thing's like feet basically, and just try to get it to like either roll like underneath, because it seems like it's kind of like large and got a bunch of different tendrils and stuff. So like if I can get it caught in between like its like roots per se, so that it's underneath it, and then I'm just gonna try to like dive backwards basically to get down and out of the way as best as possible.
Okay. The only problem is, I did say it was in between you guys. Rolling it under, it is going to be a risk to hit Devars in this part of the blast.
I will say, Devars is doing the only thing he can in this situation. It is crawling back towards the door.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, I'll rule that you're going to get armor 3 on this. So, because you're like behind so much wood, whatever damage you would take is subtracted by 3.
Go.
I think that's
Take it,
pretty.
I'll take
That's pretty reasonable.
I'll take it.
And the damage is doubled against this foe.
It is. But first, I assume you want to do the dexterity check because that's your highest, right?
Yep.
Okay, so you'll make a dexterity save to see if you can land this in the right spot. Nice, let's go.
Nice.
All right, roll damage on the bomb. This could kill it outright, actually.
Bakara the Brilliant.
I know,
Bakara the
crazy.
Beast.
Ugh.
Okay, not enough. But you manage to, like, roll it just out of the way so it doesn't hit Devars, but there's this boom in the church as it blows up its hind leg. And now it's, like, fuming black smoke, and it's slowly falling down towards the earth. That is going to decrease its strength to 11. So it's going to have to hit an 11 or under.
God damn it.
Fuck.
Just
Why are they
succeeds.
so good at rolling?
Man.
This
My
thing
roll
is
is so
smoking,
bad.
it's on fire, and it's just screeching this inhuman hiss as it turns towards you in the smoke. Now you've hurled 2 grenades at this, but it's still alive.
One of you guys better succeed on initiative. Oh no,
Yeah.
I shouldn't talk. This is my fault. Lilyheart literally said nothing ventured, nothing gained, and immediately got snatched by this monster.
Well,
Such a horror
if
movie
we
moment.
survive this, you don't know what we might gain.
True.
Could
you
be
do,
something.
You do stand
be
to gain a
something.
lot.
Could be
Yeah.
nothing.
Bakara
else.
gained max HP.
You did, yeah. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
like-
cool thing about scars is like you can gain from entering into combat and taking wounds.
I just really hope that one of you guys succeeds on your dexterity save this round.
Yeah, so
I know.
Bakara and Marcel, you guys are both going to give me a new dexterity check.
Oh no. Oh.
Wait, everyone? Or just Bakar and Marcel?
Just Bakara
yeah,
and
me.
Marcel.
I am Marcel, duh.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Okay, so Bakara, you hurl this grenade and it blows off the back part of its body, this colossal form. It's inching towards you in the smoke. What do you do in this moment? You see these tendrils with ivory-tipped claws that are getting ready to attack you.
See me, like I get up after throwing the bomb and I look back and this thing's still alive, and I'm pissed. I just cannot understand what it will take to kill you. And I take out my pole arm and I'm just gonna try to just like fucking spear throw this pole arm at this
Oh
motherfucker.
shit! Yeah, since it's a polearm, it's actually still within range, so you can just skewer it from where you are.
Sick. All right.
So you can roll damage for that. Let's see if it does it. Okay, so that's going to reduce it to 7. It's now going to
Alright,
have to
come
make
on,
a
I
check
swear to
under
God, If
7.
it succeeds, I'm
Come
fucking
on.
leaving.
God damn it.
Oh my god! Oh no!
I'm gone.
We
I'm
lost
making
Ryan, we
notes of what's
lost
going
Ryan.
on.
He's gonna need to throw his knife, dude.
You skewer it, and it's not enough as this thing keeps
What
floating
the
towards you.
Fuck.
It actually pushes its body, further skewering itself, but getting it closer to try to claw you. This thing has a bloodlust unlike any creature you've ever seen. And it's going to try to attack you. Regardless, you're going to take straight strength from this attack because you're at 0.
Oh my god.
So
Bad.
it's... Oh, this could be bad. What is your strength at currently?
9.
Okay. Yeah, it's a D10. So it's gonna...
I fucking swear to God.
I'm scared to do this. You do have armor though, so
I do have
keep
the
that in
blades.
mind.
They matter even.
So
even though
it's gonna have to
If it
roll
rolls
a 10
10.
to kill you. I'm so scared to roll this. This is the most scared.
He's rolling high on damage numbers.
This is the most
He's
scared to roll
rolling
I've been in so
only
long.
enemies.
Oh my god, I'm scared. All right, I'm just gonna do it. Fucking send it. 1.
Okay. Whew.
That means no damage gets through because of your
let's
armor.
go.
So you're still up.
Let's go.
Oh my god.
What the?
Tell me how Bakara fights this thing off.
Yeah, so like as
Bakara's
as
out of our league.
Dude,
yeah,
he's
it made the foolish move of like trying to just get closer to me by all means necessary, and I was able to take the polearm that it's now impaled with and like use it to propel myself backwards and like redirect it around, like so it's just like keeping it basically at bay via polearm and just like keeping my body as far away from it as possible.
Oh my god, he's the protagonist of this campaign. He's the Thaddeus.
Yes, he is.
That was nice.
Oh my god. As he managed to keep this thing away from you, that's going to take us to Marcel. Can Marcel do it?
So-
Can he seal the
Okay, so
deal?
question.
Yeah.
So if say like if I'm at the tabernacle where Lilyheart is, and I'm looking at the creature, is whatchamacallit is
Oh.
what's your character's name?
Oh, I just realized something.
Bars?
Um,
Whose character?
Oh,
well, continue with,
Yeah,
with,
map.
with your thought. I'm going to check a rules thing real quick.
Wait, Caleb, what's your character? Bakara and Devars for some reason are like I can't keep straight in my head. Who's Devars? Is that Vinny?
That's
Yeah.
Vinny.
Okay. Is Bakara like fending off on the same side I'm looking at, basically, or is he on the other side, obscured by the monster?
Were you on the side that Devars was on? I would imagine.
Yeah, I'm on the side. I don't know where I am because there's no map. So like,
It should be facing me, so it should have it back to you.
Yeah.
I would.
Okay.
I'll say you can choose because you could have potentially dragged Lilyheart wherever you think
okay,
you
yeah.
could have because
I
it
would
seemingly
say-
does not see you.
As the Bakara is like stabbing it, fucking Marcel doesn't know what to do. He threw his pistol, like, he put on a cape and was like, let's turn it away. He's gonna run and push Bakar out of the way and then use the polearm and just push further in
Okay.
to attack.
So the cool thing about this, I had to check the rules because technically this is how it works. Because you have the rain cape on, it is considered a helpless target against you. It has no idea that you're there. So you're going to roll not only a d8 for the polearm, but also a d12 and take the higher between the two.
Whoa. Dude, you're becoming a rogue.
Yeah, it kind of is like a rogue.
Another
Thing.
Okay, so that's a 6. And the cool thing about that too is if you rolled higher, like a 5 or a 6 on that other die, you could use a gambit in the same turn and keep your own damage, which would be wild.
That would have been crazy, but
I
I ain't that lucky. We're not the enemy here.
all right,
He has
so
one
1.
strength.
It has to roll a 1 on a d20.
Brother, I'm going to fly back to Massachusetts and slap the shit out of you if it rolls a 1.
I will. This is insane. If this rolls
I gotta
a
move
1, okay,
You
let's
rolled
see it.
2 1s earlier for the other monster.
Okay.
Now,
Easy.
tell me how Marcel kills this thing.
I think it's exactly like what I said. Like Marcel, I wouldn't say he's a cowardly person, but he's like nervous, and so last ditch of desperation, he put on the cape and he starts screaming at the top of his lungs, pushes Bakar out of the way, like grabs a spear or the polearm with both hands, and just like thrusts with every ounce of energy he has left to just like kill this thing.
Oh, yeah, and its body just falls apart upon impact. And it splits off, and now this like black ichor is oozing all over the tabernacles. Lilyheart is down. Devars is down. And that's where we'll leave off for this session.
I think you see Marcel collapse on his back, just like splayed out like a starfish, and just starts like breathing super heavily. I think he's a little done.
That was a fucking battle.